It's Revelation 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. First and foremost, we give our honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule well. Shalom to the hopefully men that scattered abroad, pushing the truth without sincerity. And shalom to the few sisters that's getting orders for these last days. I come at you with a quick, lesson, blowing the trumpet, letting you know, hey, these other nations, mainly Russia, right? They're ready, to use their weapons, man. And it's all orchestrated from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And it's interesting that right, Putin has says nuclear weapons are a gift from God, ready to be used, and the West claims Putin's mouthpiece. And the beauty is it's true because it is a gift, right? Because the Lord has put the spirit on these scientists to create these missiles, man, right? Because everything's for an appointed time, right? And we're gonna grab those precepts later on, right? And I just want to read some of this article and bring out some scriptures, on prophecy, correct? Because this right here will come to pass, right? It's gonna later turn from rumors to actual action, man, right? So I just want to go back into this. Revelation 11:14. It says the second woe, right? The second woe meaning the destruction. World War II, right? You had World War I, World War II, right? Even when you go to Revelation 9 and 12, right? I bring that up. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter, right? World War I has passed. World War II has passed, right? And World War III cometh quickly, right? So we out here blowing the horn, the shofar, letting you know, hey, these nations are getting in array, like the scripture says, to shoot these arrows at Babylon the Great, right? So let's get straight into it. It says nuclear weapons are a gift from God, ready to be used on the West, right? That's America they're talking about. Claims Putin's mouthpiece. All right, it was on Putin's mouthpiece. My bad. Salakia. So Professor Sergei Karaganov believes the threshold for the use of nuclear weapons is unacceptably high, right? So it says nuclear weapons are a gift from God, which Vladimir Putin must be ready to use against a bunch of targets, which he is, Scripture says how you gonna start the minds of the Medes, it's gonna be today's Russian, right? Vladimir Putin, his camp. It says if the West refuses to back down, a criminal hardliner and foreign policy expert has said in the inflammatory analyst. Professor Sergei Karaganov also bizarrely claims such strikes would save humanity and free the world from the 5-century-long Western yoke, right? Because end of the day, America has the whole world, in confusion, right? Gotta grab that precept right quick, just to put it on wax. It's like I'm too far down, right? Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, right? He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he, right? But the point is, Esau, Edom is governing the whole world right now, right? And these other nations, they sick and tired of America, man. They ready to, shoot them arrows, right? So back to the article I said. It says Professor Sergei Karaganov also bizarrely claims such strikes would save humanity and free the world from the 5-century-long Western yoke, right? Because we know ultimately Babylon the Great, right? America will be destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah. You won't even be able to inhabit America no more, right? Missiles going to be hitting these other places as well, but they'll be able to rebuild. America won't be able to rebuild at all. It'll be like a desert, a deserted wilderness. And that's what these other nations are ready to do. They're getting things, getting their armory and everything suited up for the battle, right? Better known as World War III. It says Professor Karaganov, who has in the past advised both Vladimir Putin and Boris Yeltsin did not hold back in an op-ed published in the Russian weekly magazine Profile, in which he referenced the war in Ukraine and Russia's plan to deploy tactical nuclear weapons in neighboring Belarus. It says he wrote, "For many years I have studied the history of nuclear strategy and came to an unambiguous, albeit seemingly not quite scientific conclusion." And he stated, "The creation of nuclear weapons was the result of divine intervention." Right? Trying to figure where I had stopped at. Okay, so, all right. It's kind of lengthy, I just want to just, bring out the article and get the precepts. Right? Because everything is brewing up, As scripture said, it was for an appointed times, so it got to have a build up, right? So it says, horrified to see the people, Europeans and the Japanese who had joined them, had unleashed 2 world wars within the lifespan of one generation, sacrificing tens of millions of lives. God handed a weapon of Armageddon to humanity to remind those who had lost the fear of hell that is existed. And we know you're gonna have that final Armageddon, right? They, out there in so-called Jehoshaphat, right? Yahweh Shaphat, the Lord's judgment, right? We're gonna have that real soon. It says it was the fear that ensured relative peace for the last 3/4 of a century. However, that fear was gone now. Professor Karaganov, who heads up Moscow-based think tank, the Council of Foreign and Defense Policy, argued. All right. He said, what is happening now is unthinkable in accordance with previous ideas about nuclear deterrence. In a fit of desperate rage, the ruling cycles of a group of countries have unleashed a full-scale war in the underbelly of a nuclear superpower. And all of these nations are going to gather up, going to set aside their differences for and turn on America, right? Even also America's allies are going to turn, on America, right? It says that fear needs to be revived. Otherwise, humanity is doomed, right? Because let Esau, if you let Esau keep ruling the world, the whole world will be gone because he's a destroyer himself, It says by breaking the West's will to aggression, we will not only save ourselves, finally liberate the world from the Western yoke that has lasted 5 centuries, but we will also save all of humanity. And that's how they see it, because like I said, we put under the rulership of Esau, Edom, and he got the whole world in confusion, right? His wine, you can say, philosophies, has the whole world drunk, man, right? And like I said, these other nations, they're ready to get rid of it as well, right? First and foremost, the elect, the hopefully elect that's coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? We ready for this place. That's why we out here sighing and crying, putting on these videos because we ready to see this place get destroyed, right? But it's more into the articles. I mean, yes, it's more into it, and I can just always put the link in a description box. But I just want to bring out these precepts to let you know that World War III is at hand, right? And we know first and foremost, prophecies have to go in order. So before that, you will have the MOTB, right? The Mark of the Beast, the Revelation 13 and 16, right? So if this right here is already in the mix, that means the MOTB is even closer, right? If this right here is close to happening, right? These on World War III, then that means the MOTB is even closer, right? Which they're already talking about it now, So like I said, I'm gonna go dive inside these precepts. Lord willing, it's edifying. I got a couple of precepts already written down, but sometimes the spirit leads you a different way. So I'm gonna try my best to keep what I have written down. Right? We'll go in the order, I should say, that I have written down. The book of Isaiah 54, verse 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy, right? And the Lord has put the spirit, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has put the spirit on these scientists to create these missiles, man. Right? And when you create a missile, its only purpose is to destroy something. You know, it's like if you have a gun, a regular, you know what I'm saying, 9mm Glock, whatever. Its purpose not to grow no flowers, make juice, nothing. It's meant to destroy. You know, that's the sole purpose for it, right? But the Lord has already orchestrated this from the beginning of time, right? He's gonna put the spirit on these scientists to create these missiles, right, to destroy the proudest nation, right? So, and just to add on to it, I want to jump to the book of Jeremiah 50 and 25, because this is also a part of the Lord's army. You know, so pretty much these scientists are building up Yahweh Shem Yahushua army. Little do they know. But I mean, they did say, you know, this is a gift from God, you know, but hey, yeah, he actually put the spirit on them to actually build up his army, right? Because when the Lord built this, have everything set forth, right? The scriptures, we're gonna get into them later on, you know, Lord willing. He talks about how they're not going to be thrusting out against each other and hitting their exactly targets, man. Right? So this right here, the book of Jeremiah 50, verse 25. The Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. Right? That indignation going to what? Wrath. Let me get the armory first. Slacky. It's the same thing, you know, armory. So like it. Let me see if I can grab it. So it goes into the word indignation. Yeah, indignation goes into rage, you know, anger. Right? Because what the Lord is ready to get rid of Babylon the Great, man. You know. So this right here is a part of his army, right? Set aside from the elect man that's gonna be the rising up. You know, set aside from the angels that's coming inside their chariots, man. Right? The Lord has the weapons, right, of these other nations that he's gonna put the spirit on them to build up, right, these missiles to destroy America, man. Right? So so from there I want to go to the book of Matthew 24. So like it. And I just started at verse 6 to point. Matthew 24 verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Verse 7, it said, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. Right? And that's the point. 6 I want to grab out, you know, them rumors, right? Because those rumors, don't let me go. Those rumors are going to go from rumors to it's going to actually be going down, you know. Right? You know, rumors, sense of hearing, the organ of hearing, right? The thing heard. Look, right here, instruction, you know, because also, the Lord told the disciples that, you know, he gave the instruction. He gave you the thing to watch out for, right? Meaning, whatever he told you to watch out for is going to come forth, right? So the rumors of wars, right? Because it's actually like we stated in Revelation 9 and 12, right? Revelation 11 and 14, you know, these things are going to come to pass, right? So that's the instruction, right? And also when you think about it, right, that's like, you know, you in school and you heard the rumor such and such gonna fight, you know, in the locker room or the bathroom. You heard the rumor, then boom, the building, you know what I'm saying, the building then wrong. You know, everybody went to the bathroom to see the fight. You know, and guess what? Them dudes probably fought, or them girls probably fought, you know. But it's just that rumor is going to actually come to pass, man. Right? It says, but the end is not yet, right? Because, hey, we know the MOTB has to come first, right? The MOTB has to come first, right? So it's gonna be a lot of talks, right? But behind those talks is gonna be these nations, right, getting themselves ready for the battle. So once the MOTB drop, right, shortly after, right, we're going to be seeing, Lord willing, we're part of the remnant first and foremost, right? Because he said, come out of her, my people, right? We'll be getting beamed up, be able to watch, this is going to be the real 4th of July. We better see the real 4th of July, Babylon getting destroyed, So, but the end is not yet, right? So, from there, I want to go to the book of, matter of fact, since I said that in my head, matter of fact, I go to Habakkuk 2 verse 3, right quick. This is the book of Habakkuk 2:2. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. Because ultimately, we breaking these scriptures down, let you know the enemy, let you know the enemy's plan. We let you know about the prophecy, man. We unfolding it and we breaking it down clear as possible, man. Going to the blue letter, going inside the blue letter, going to the Greek and the Hebrew, letting you know what's what, right? Especially when it comes to the MOTB, let you know what the charagma is, letting you know what simple things like what the prophets of old couldn't break down. They just describe it to the best of their ability, right? The arrows, representing those nuclear missiles, ICBMs, it says that he may run that readeth it, right? Come to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. If only you knew, right? You report back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua and want to serve him, right? Serve him sincerely. Verse 3, it said, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, right? And like he said, for nation shall rise against nation. That's what's going to happen, right? But right now, it's just the rumors right now, right? They're sticking themselves in position, all in position, Nations still have to, get all their weaponry all together. The MOTB has to come first and foremost, right? Just to, for edification's sake, want to grab the word appointed. Slacking. It says you got set feast. Cause those missiles damn sure gonna be feasting, all right? Right? You got an appointed place, appointed meeting. You know what I'm saying? So it just gonna tell you it's for an appointed time, a scheduled time, right? When you think about it, how the C-19 popped off, right? It was at a specific time, right? So from there we'll go to the book of Joel. Joel, was it 3? Yeah. Right. It's Joel 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Right? Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Right? Because we're in that time period right now that these small nations that don't really have that many resources, they're finna get resources from who? The bigger ones like Russia, They're finna pass out the pack, man. Put them boys on to come defeat the great hoe, America. And like I said, this all from the works of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. These missiles is all from Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. This is a best movie being played out. Right? It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Right? And it's just the point, right? He's getting these missiles, right? Like I said, they getting themselves together to come against, Babylon the Great, man. Right? Which is going to be destroyed within an hour, man. Right? And from there, I want to jump over back to the book of Joel 2. right? And I'm gonna just get straight to the point. In verse 3, it says they fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. And I want to, try to break this down to the best of my ability, right? It says, I'm going to say that word devoureth, right? A call.
Strong's H 398.
Con. The way if I said, I might mess around and swallow my tongue. But it says to eat, devour, burn up. Right? Go down some more. Go to the third one. It says to devour, consume, of fire. Right? Because what we're telling you is going to be happening. Those nuclear missiles, those ICBM, right? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, right? It says to devour, consume, destroy. Right? Whew, just the point, to be wasted, right? Didn't the Lord say he created the waster to destroy, right? Right? So it says a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth, right? Just like I said, just representing a nuclear missile. The land is at the Garden of Eden, right? And Eden is pretty much, going to like a paradise, the beauty, right? Because everybody wanted to come to Eden, right? America is a Eden in today's time, right? Everyone wants to come to America to what? Get benefits, right? So Eden goes into what? Pleasure, right? Look how everybody's over here, They're here for the pleasure of it, man. They get the money, run up their checks, and they send it back to their country, man. They want to soak as much out of America as possible, man. Right? So it says the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Right? Because so it just showing you the analogy, and it's showing you how damn powerful these missiles going to be, right? Before the missile, it was beauty over here. After the missile, you don't even know what the hell had stood over here, right? That's how bad it's going to be, right? It's to the point, like it says in the book of Isaiah 13, right? Which we're going to grab later on, Lord willing. You won't even be able to inhabit it over here no more, right? It says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run, right? A good analogy just for the ICBM nuclear missiles, right? That's how the Lord, he put it together, man. That's the code, that's the slang he used, right? That like I say, it says the appearance of them as the appearance of horses, right? Because you got the Mustang, you have Mustang commercial. When they get to running, it's like a stampede. You hear them coming. You can hear the what's the word? The force, the power behind it. When the missiles take off, that you can hear that. It's something just gargling. Right? It said they shall run. Right? Verse 5, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Verse 6, before their face the people shall be much pain, all faces shall gather blackness. Verse 7, it says they shall run like mighty men, right? They shall run like mighty men. Another analogy, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march over every one on his ways, right? It's like, and it says, and they shall not break their ranks, right? It is pretty much stating the point, right? When that is like, matter of fact, if you can go back to the time when all those missiles had dropped in Lebanon, when that missile hit, that shit spread it out, like the impact, it was climbing over the wall through the buildings. It was tearing, the impact itself was tearing shit down, let alone the fire, right? But in this point in case in time, right, World War III, when those 200 million missiles hit America, right, it's gonna be fire, got them going every which way. And it says, and they shall not break their ranks, right? Because if you inside a rank, right, that's like, the geese fly a certain way. They flying V's for the most part. I see, they don't never touch each other, right? I'm gonna bring it out, right? This the Hebrew word for ranks.
Strong's page 734. Orach.
So it says path, so we on a certain path, right? And just the point, right? They're not going to break their rank, meaning they're not going to be shooting out the silos coming to over here, but they bump into each other midway, somewhere, in the ocean. They they fall into the ocean. Nah, every missile has their designated target to hit, right? And which will hit, right? So they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief, right? Busting in windows. It's a video. I can't even, damn. It's a small short video, one of those videos put on YouTube as a short, right? How they had like a mean ass fire just devouring the whole city, it was just destroying the path that it was going into, man. Busting over windows, climbing over the walls. Pretty much is when it's saying like the climbing over the walls, it literally sucks up the whole building, and keeps going. Well, that's how these missiles going to be, man. Right? Let me see if I can I think I got 2 more scriptures. Right? Trying to come back to me right now. I just grabbed that one and go back to that one. This Malachi 4 verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. All right, that's another analogy. Hey, that's how hot them goddamn missiles going to be. It's going to be even hotter than that, right? All of the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch, right? It's going to be a desolate wilderness, man, right? Matter of fact, Revelation, is it 9 and 16? Salakia. I start at 15. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen, right, were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, right? So I already said it earlier about the horses in the book of Joel 2. It's just an analogy, how powerful those missiles are going to be, right? So, and also broke down, the army. They're the Lord's army. Right? It's going to be an army of what? ICBM nuclear missiles, right? So it says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, right? So that's just the case in point, right? 200 million missiles going to be heading to Babylon the Great, to make it a desolate wilderness, right? So that's what he's saying. You're going to burn them up as an oven. That's going to be a part of that oven, the great lake of fire, And I ended out on Isaiah 13. Because the whole thing really go in. I just try to grab as much as I can. Right? This Isaiah 13 verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms and nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh of hosts mustered the host of the battle. Right? So the Lord, what it says further down, he's standing at the mountain of Medes. The Lord's putting this whole thing together, right? And we see it clear as day. Everybody's ditching America, pretty much showing where they stand at with America, man. right? And it says the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, right? Because that's how those missiles they're gonna be loud as hell, right? Verse 5, it says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, right? That heaven just means rulership. Let me see if they put it in here. Come on. Right. Well, they are going to be coming from the air, but they'll be coming from, from the other sides of the earth, On verse 5 again, it said they come from a far country. What's going to be coming? Those has to be nuclear missiles from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. All right. I just want to go down to the case in point, honestly. I'm gonna hit 9 again. It says, "Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, right? Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate." And how's he going to use it? He's going to use these heathens, right? In the Lord's weaponry, right? The nuclear missiles. He shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it, right? I'm just skip straight down to the point, right? It says, verse 17, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." All right, because we come to that time where Esau, Edom, right, he will not be able to cash out, right, to spare him from an ass whooping, man. Right, like Jacob say in the world, once it's up there, it's stuck. Ain't no going back, right? It said he will not. It said which will not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Right? They're not going to care for it. They want blood, man. Right? They want to, like I said, it said they was on a 5-century yoke, right? No money will be able to deliver them out of this ass whooping, man. It says their bows also dash the young men to pieces, right? Those bows represent missiles, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eye shall not spare children, right? When them missiles get to dropping, man, hey, it's gonna be taking out a lot of people. This best believe a lot of people have, you know how they say bullets don't have a name on it. Hey, these missiles got a lot of names on them, man. It says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of all the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh Shemashah overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And that's what Putin and his spokesman was talking about, right? They want to save humanity, right? So to them, it's going to be a beautiful thing to see America be destroyed, man. For the most part, they don't want it to, because there was, a lot of people was eating off of America, right? But the beauty of it is, hey, they don't have to sit here and be in confusion because of America, right? It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, right? Like I said, people come to America just to run up a check and bounce. It said, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, right? They're gonna have that big feast, right? And I just close it on that 22. It says, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged, right? The scripture said for the visions yet for an appointed time, so I brought out as many preachers I could have come up with. I had written down, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, and I'm gonna close up by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Krakadash. Like I said, Lord willing, is edifying. Till next time, Shalom.